Hey everybody, and welcome back to a new video. Today I'm making another playful spread in my smaller watercolor journal. That's a journal from Paul Rubens, and I got that a while back from them with a watercolor palette. And I really like it as a play journal to just explore my watercolors, to explore different color combos, how they work together, mark making ideas. I think that's quite a relaxing process, and I did already a few videos with this theme, so if you like that, you can go back and watch the others as well. I usually always use a limited color palette for this journal. First, because it's quite a small journal, so you don't have a lot of space. And here I tried some brand new colors I got from Mijello. I ordered a few of their granulating colors because they were on sale. And this is the forest green. And that's so interesting because when you start laying that down, it is blue. But once you work into it a little bit more with the brush, it turns into green. And I think that's a really amazing color. And that's what I love about watercolors. They always surprise you, especially when you have some like these special ones, the granulating ones, or those with some color shift. I always work on two pages at the same time, on two sides of the pages, because then I can let the other page dry whilst I work on the other page. And that's quite handy, and watercolors usually dry quite quickly, so I don't have to wait very long until layers are dry. It's been a while that I've recorded that video, and I truly can't remember which exact colors I've used besides from that Mijello forest green granulating color. I think the brown is also one that I have new from the Mijello range. Um, don't know the name of it. I will have a look, and hopefully I can find that out. Um, and I think these are the only two I use from the Mijello range. That yellowish golden color looks like a quinacridone gold, I would say. And I also used a really light yellowish color. I'm working with my two big color palettes today. I have two tins filled, one filled with warm colors, so reds, pinks, yellows, oranges, and I have one filled with cool colors like greens and blues and dark brown, dark black, grays, black, all these kind of colors. Brown is in the red tin. And that gives me the option to have a lot of paints out to play with, and they are kind of sorted in that way. I let this first layer dry, and then I will be back and add more over the top. I think that gives me an interesting effect, or it's very effective when you let things dry and add another layer, because then you get a lot more dimension in the painting, especially when it's an abstract painting. I think that makes it even more interesting. If you are enjoying the video, it would be really lovely if you leave a comment and give it a thumbs up. And you will also find a link to my blog post in the video description. There you can have a look at the close-up images. And as always, I will try to link up the products I've been using in the description as well. If you would like to watch even more videos all about mixed media, watercolor, You can have a look at my monthly membership. I have already about 60 videos up to watch instantly, and there is a lot all around art journaling, watercolor. I have a bunch of intuitive painting processes uploaded during the past month, and I think it's quite a nice collection. I am playing intuitively here on this spread. I add layers where I think I need them, and in some areas I use a damp brush to remove some of the paint, just to bring some light back into the painting. That's really just a playful process. I'm experimenting, testing out how the colors work together, if I like the colors together, and how the color behaves if it has a high flow, if it doesn't have a high flow, if it's very opaque, or if it's super translucent. That these are all interesting things you want to learn about your own watercolors, and that's why I think playing just with the materials is always very helpful. Not only with watercolor, I do the same thing in my sketchbook. I draw a lot with mixed media, and I do the same thing there. I just play sometimes with the materials I have and have a look how these are turning out. Again, I'm now letting the paints dry before I come back and add some details to the spread. Just some mark making, some line work. That always just comes from my intuition. I don't have any plans in mind. Sometimes, like today, I start with watercolors and paint something in, but sometimes I would just use Posca markers or other acrylic paint pens. I let this dry again for a while, and then I will be back with some acrylic paint markers to add the final details. I also often would make something like this, some a quick abstract piece during the day. So I would start in the morning before breakfast, and later in the day I will come back, add another layer, and probably in the evenings I would add the final details like I'm doing it here. And I picked a gold acrylic paint pen from Arrtx, and I'm just making these golden drops into the circle. I really like that gold combined with this color palette. I think it goes so well together with the blue and the brown. I switched to a blue acrylic marker and just do some more marks on the page. That's the step that I really enjoy the most, and sometimes I can't stop myself. I just keep on making marks on my page. Yes, and that is my page for today. I really enjoyed the process. I hope you enjoyed the video, and we will see us probably on Saturday. So stay creative. Bye.